How we doing, folks?
The orcs have massacred the Forge World's forces.
We're doing the thing.
And they have taken the planetary defense weapons.
Clever of the damned orcs. Keeps us off their backs while they loot the Titan war machine.
Brace for evasive maneuvers.
Pilot, report.
Starboard engine is dead, Sergeant. We are losing altitude.
Get the ship to safety. We'll find another way down.
Aye, Captain. Thunderhawk Lancer Jove returning to launch bay.
This is your plan.
We need to get to the surface to take out the gun battery. Or do you want to go home already, Sergeant?
Not before having a word or two with the orcs.
Is that wise, Captain? The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Try to keep up.
Is that Leandros right off the bat? Oh boy. Alright. L to navigate, right to look. Yo! We are finally getting hands on with Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition. Oh, trying to use Space Marine 2 controls here. Use Y to stun an opponent. Is there even a parry option in this? So we had to delay the stream a bit, obviously, after yesterday, because I don't know why, but for some reason they were being very coy about an actual release time. But they said, oh yeah, it'll be available on the 10th. It's the 10th, quite a long time for a lot of people before it actually released. But anyway, we're here now. The full story of Dimitri and Titus, Space Marine 1. Completely remastered. New character models. 4K resolution, new audio remix. What else? Oh, they upgraded the UI as well. Didn't play the first Space Marine, but we're back on the planet Grow, which is where we just were in Boltgun. But all of this takes place before Boltguns. The Orcs are attacking the Forge world. Aim at explosive hazards to take out foes and reveal secrets. Alright. X to reload. Oh. Interesting. This was originally developed by Relic Entertainment. Okay, cool. Holy crap.
Get off my ship, Space Marine! You're gonna die!
Oh. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh, rotate the turret. Prince Asher, hello there, how are you? It's good to see you. You're doing good. I'm very glad to hear it. Welcome to Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition. Mental.
Titus, come in. Damned orcs shot me off course. I've had no word from Leandros, but I'm picking up Vox chatter from Imperial Guard forces on the ground.
I scarcely thought anyone would be left alive, much less still fighting.
Heading towards the front lines now.
I will meet you there.
Interesting. Alright, hang on a minute. I'm just checking a potential technical issue here. 2 seconds. Princessia, I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been having a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. Oh, that's why. Interesting. You think you don't want to call your game Crusade, you want to call it Millennia? I'd say that's a good call. Hang on, I'm just gonna make a note of something here quickly. The Millennia sounds like a good name. It sounds like something epic. Have you started working on a storyline for your game? Oh. Okay. Just realized, sorry, whilst I'm doing this, I'm messing around with some settings. We're getting Twitch back up and running with a bit of luck. That's all running smooth. And I've got to just get something sorted out here. The irony is that the thing that I'm trying to fix is the thing that lets me know whether or not the stream is running smoothly, and that's not working. Ah, joys. Joy of joys. Right. Let's go. Let's do the thing. Millennia sounds like an awesome name, Prince Asher. I think that sounds really good. The Royal is back once again. That's it. That is it. The other thing I've noticed is that my text chat overlays. Yeah, let's see if we can figure that out. All the fun and games. Might as well do it now. That's better. That's much better. There's orkies around. I know, and I'm trying to do all of this boring stuff behind the scenes right now. Right, let's focus up, shall we? Okay, so I've got a little ammo counter in the bottom right. So, we're back with Dimitri and Titus, or like right at the beginning of his full campaign. Chapter 2, Against All Odds, Industrial Zone 82. I have no idea how long the this campaign is going to take. We're going to try and motor through as much of it as possible today, and then if we still need to, we'll go again tomorrow. I will be away this coming weekend, but if we need to continue next week, then we'll do that as well. Okay. Left trigger to aim, right trigger to fire. Let's see what we've got.
Remain calm. Evacuate in orderly fashion. Public disturbances will not be tolerated.
He's a firstborn at the moment. Like, he's technically smaller than he was in Space Marine 2. Maker, how are you, bud? It's very good to see you, man. I hope you're having a good week, bud. How was your weekend? I hope you had a good one. Pick up the bolter. Give me the bolter.
With you, Space Marine.
Bolter unlocked. The Godwin pattern bolter is the characteristic Space Marine battle rifle firing self-propelled explosive tipped rounds. Okay. Right, check it to fire, X to reload. We can do that. Okay. Space Marine 2, Titus is a rebuild. Isn't this... Yeah, this... He's a firstborn right now, right? So this is pre-conversion to, Primaris. Before he's crossed the Rubicon. Which apparently is a hellacious operation. So he's smaller right now, right? Technically smaller. He doesn't have as many organs. That kind of thing. Like, he's still bigger than your average human right now. Alright. Oh. Alright, cool.
Destroy them!
Yeah, it looks... I mean, obviously, it's like the core game. It's showing its age, but for a remaster, I mean, it's really good. It's nice actually going up against the orcs. So I never played the original Space Marine. So this is our first time. I kind of know the broad strokes of the story. And like mentally, obviously the controls are different. It's like a completely different game engine, completely different developer. But I'm still trying to use Space Marine 2 controls. That's throwing me a little bit. It's a tiny little thing. It's just the dodge button is somewhere else. But you can definitely see the roots in terms of game design of what they did with what they brought into Space Marine 2. Make it. Yes, but he gets twice as... Whoa. Oh, look at him. That's Leandros.
Leandros. Are you wounded?
The Codex Astartes warns against using jump packs to leap blindly into enemy fire, and for good reason.
Your days as a novice are behind you. Why do you still interpret the Codex so narrowly?
I looked at its rules for guidance.
We all do. But there are also benefits to thinking for yourself. Leandros.
Yeah, Leandros.
Enemy sighted.
Right, hang on, where are we? Make it. He gets twice as big or triple the size. Varies person to person. Twice as big or triple the size? Unless you're Tirbus the Red Wake or the Dwarf Marine. Also, a dwarf is considered 5'7" by Space Marine standards. Okay, that's that's insane. That is insane. Right, hang on. I'm just... going to jot the music volume down a little bit. So it's had a full rework on everything, including the audio, but I just noticed the audio mix on the cinematic settings system was a bit tricky. Let's go. A 5'7" dwarf. That would be something, or not.
Make for the defense cannon, Captain.
Sedona's picked up local Imperial Guard communications. They survived under the shadow of that gun. I want to know how.
There's a servo skull here. What's this for? Tap to collect audio log. The dwarf, he was small, so he kept working out, so he would get bigger. Hence, they constantly had to make new power armor for him. How good.
Keep firing! Keep firing!
During a sprint, press right bumper to charge head first into enemies.
The Adeptus Astartes are here. The Emperor's Angels of Death.
Oh, so good. How did I not play this game when it first came out? Mako, I don't remember what chapter had him. I remember the armor being yellow, I believe. Who could that be? Imperial Fists? The Lamenters, maybe? Isn't Lamenter's armor yellow? I don't know. I would need to look it up.
You have saved us.
Rise, guardsmen. You saved yourselves. We thought you dead.
We would be, my lord, if not for the lieutenant.
Where will we find this lieutenant?
At the front lines. Follow the trench network to the lieutenant's command bunker.
Carry on, guardsmen. We rendezvous with Sedonis, then we find this lieutenant. We need updated intel on the gun battery.
Through here, my lords. Head out the upper level and continue through the plaza. The bunker is beyond that.
The original version of this launched in 2011, so I mean this is close to 15 years old.
Remarkable. A few hundred against 1 million orcs, and they fight on.
Only in death does duty end.
That's nice. I like them giving a little shout out to the Astra Militarum there. That's very cool.
My legs. I can't feel my legs. I got to see a space marine before the end. God, Emperor. Watch over those who fight in your name.
And there's a nice line there, just sort of showing that even though we spend all of our or a lot of our time with Space Marines, as of late, it's very rare for people in the Imperium to actually ever see one. Freaking cool. Maker, there are weird people or people with physical shortcomings just like us.
Captain, I'm in position at a broken monument near the guard lines.
I imagine if you like, if we were there just as normal everyday civilians, or even if we were in the army or whatever it was, and we saw a Space Marine, like it would be like seeing a god of some sort, right? It'd be freaking crazy. Just a giant hulking around in an armor.
Sergeant, I see you found something to keep you busy.
Worry not, Captain. I've saved some orcs for you. The orcs have got that gun well defended, no mistake. But typical orc behavior would be to dismantle or destroy the gun.
And certainly not use it to keep our forces at bay. There's a strategy behind it. Their leader is no fool.
This day is getting interesting.
I may have encountered the orc during our jump to the surface.
That was the orc ship I saw crash near here, I take it. Did he survive?
If the Horde hasn't turned on itself, it's still under his control.
Yeah, but the Red Wake is the opposite. He's so large and quiet that people often mistake him for a statue. Wait, is he like a he's a Space Marine? Or he's a Titan or a Dreadnought or something? Tibus Red Wake. Sounds like a Blood Angel.
Genetic scan complete. Adeptus Astartes.
Yeah,
Weapons
chainsaw.
authorization confirmed.
The Mark 11 Hell's Teeth Chainsword is a close combat weapon of choice among Space Marines. Combining terrifying power and great speed, right bumper to strike, wide to stun. See the combat controls screen on the pause menu for a complete list of attacks. Okay. So good. Oh. Habits. That's muscle memory. Full tilt. I'm trying to block. He's a Space Shark chapter master. Oh, he's the chapter master for the Carcharodons, and he has Terminator armor. Right. He's like Drax. He's so still that you could barely perceive his movement. He's almost invisible. He's got a custom chainsword as well. That's freaking cool. Beautiful. Oh my god. I'm actually genuinely impressed about how much of the original feel they captured in this. Like, there's quite obviously they evolved everything in Space Marine 2, but the you can see there's a fairly good blueprint here as well.
Target that squid!
What the hell? What was that? Stellar Blade DLC comes out today. I'm going to imagine that you're going to be all over that, bud. I hope we get to see the orcs in Space Marine 3. That would be very cool. So if I remember rightly, this is a war party, not a war party.
Dropship incoming.
Hell, you should look into a game called Ill. Yeah, I saw that one, man. The Green and I were talking about that one as well. That looked really good. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Wow. What the? Jesus. That was definitely on the list. I like the look of Clockwork Revolution. Oh my god. Oh shit. Wow. Okay.
Space Marines. Where is your commander, Guardsman? They will let us through. Imperial Guard, we are Ultramarines. Open this door.
Space Marines.
I think these proportions are probably accurate, right? So when we get to Space Marine 2, I mean they're even smaller than that comparatively, which is how it should be. The was there anything else from all the recent showcases that got your attention, man? Clockwork Revolution was one. Aphelion I thought looked interesting. Kronos I thought looked interesting. James Bond, what's that called? James Bond 007, what's that? First Light? God, I need to remember now.
Damn Gretchen stuck a knife in Saul's throat 2 nights ago.
Reinforce their position, hold the line, and stay alive.
Aye, Lieutenant.
Thank the Emperor. Second Lieutenant Mira, 203rd Cadian Regiment.
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines.
You are in command.
I'm all that's left, my lord. Unless my commanders rise from the grave. So far, they seem content to stay put.
Lieutenant, the scouts have returned to forward base.
How many?
2.
Damn. I sent out 10. That damn gun. We don't have the numbers to make an assault. And as you might have seen, it's shooting down all our support vessels.
That is why we are here. Leave the gun to us.
Come with me, then. I should warn you, my lords. We've got a slight orc problem down here.
Supply post 9, report your situation immediately. We found the source of the explosion.
Genetic scan complete.
What do we get? What do we get?
Access authorized.
Pick up a purity seal. They give us a whole drop pod for a purity seal. Fury unlocked. Okay, you now gain Fury every time you damage an enemy. Once the Fury meter is full, use left click and right click to enter Fury mode. All your close combat attacks are enhanced and you regain health. Fury mode drains the Fury meter, ending when the meter is empty.
What do you know of the Titans on this planet?
Only that our troops were sent to guard the Titan Invictus at Manufactorum Ajakis. That was 2 weeks ago, and we've lost contact.
Wait, do we get to see a Titan in there?
Titan.
Your fastest route is across the rail bridge behind the gun complex. It leads directly to the western gates of the Manufactorum.
The Bronco, how are you, bud? It's very good to see you, man. I hope you're keeping well, bud. Just whilst I remember, and I have to keep reminding people for a little while, obviously. The we've made some changes to the channel, so we've got a new channel for all sort of variety content, including first-person shooters, Battlefield, Call of Duty. It will cover things like Arc Raiders. It will cover Witcher 4, Cyberpunk DLCs. All of that stuff is shifted over to CSP Pathfinders. So you'll find the link to that other channel on my main channel page. But I'll hopefully see you guys there. But I hope you're keeping well, Bronco. It's very good to see you, man. The proportions, yeah, that's about right. I haven't seen it all. I just like it all because I've been waiting for like 5 years. So the thing that stood out for me with Ill, and like, because I'm not a huge horror game fan per se, but I do appreciate when they get really creative. Just really disturbing. Like, I like watching the horror films and stuff like that. But the Demon Baby, I think, was that in the Ill trailer? I think it was in the Ill trailer. The Demon Baby was just, yeah, really disturbing. Maker, also, have you noticed how the Guardsmen and Ultramarines are towards each other? It's mutual respect, but not overbearing, because he's a Marine on regular humans. Yeah, I've been listening to the dialogue as I've been pushing through and encountering the Marines, and sort of the things that the Guardsmen are saying as well. It's been really cool. It's like they don't look down on them. Like, if anything, they've got even more respect for them, because they can see that, you know, they're just normal soldiers without all their powers and perks that they do. There are multiple Space Marines and Guardsmen groups who fight as a unit together and respect each other. As a single unit? That's really cool. See, that I didn't know. I thought it was just kind of like the Space Marines independently got deployed and just sort of helped out with whichever guard unit they found along the way. Okay. Yeah, and the main reason I was saying all that just now, we're getting things set up still over on the other channel, but we will be covering things like Battlefield over there, and it would be rude to not at least have a peek at Black Ops 7, even though my relationship with COD is strained as ever. Arc Raiders, all that good stuff.
World, not a single tech priest in sight.
Yeah, so this is technically an Adeptus Mechanicus Forge world. The Bronco sounds good. I will check it out. You mentioned Arc Raiders. Hear nothing but good things about that one. Yeah, I think they made a little bit of a misstep in sort of over-egging the hype just recently, because they did a countdown for a countdown. But I think fundamentally that game looks really good. Embark are all ex-Battlefield, not all. There is a large number of ex-Battlefield devs at Embark, and they also made the finals, which is a game which I don't think is as big as it could be, but it's definitely like a very good, polished product for what it is. It's just kind of struggling to sort of break a mainstream audience, unfortunately, but we'll be having a look at that as well. I was actually thinking of doing in one stream, looking at sort of the more independent alternatives to the big AAA first-person shooters. So that would be the finals, Splitgate 2, I still need to properly go and have a look at, although I'm not expecting too much. And also Fragpunk is another one. So yeah. But yeah, if you go and check out the Pathfinder channel and subscribe over there, that'd be awesome, man. Appreciate it. It's we've had to completely rebuild it as well, because we had a slight copyright issue, but we got that all sorted out now. Like, I've got the fall of Hadia to look into on this as well, Maker, because I think I'm trying to like catch up on as many of the sort of big major events as possible. That's definitely one of them. Oh yeah, see, there you go. Out of the Guardsmen, Cadians, they're the VIP of the Guardsmen. Yeah. Oh, don't want to shoot them. Bear with me, chat. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. How good was that?
And the gun battery?
The Orcs took it almost as soon as we got here. Nearly 2
Oh, I don't get to keep it. That's no fun.
before they gained control. Now none of our ships can get past the gun.
Very cool. The Bronco, have I seen any of the Battlefield 6 leaked videos? Optimistic it has to be better than 2042. I think it will... Okay, don't quote me on this. Unless I'm right, in which case, quote me. If I'm right, quote me all the time. Right? But if I'm wrong, don't quote me. I think there is a lot that they're doing right with Battlefield 6. There's a couple of things right now which have still got me a little concerned about them not fully appreciating or fully learning the lessons from 2042. And there's kind of two key areas with that. The class system with the weapons. I absolutely think that class weapons should be locked. And at the moment, all I can see is that they want them to not be locked because they want to be able to sell weapon skins to as many people as possible. Right, but in terms of gameplay and having a defined role, and I will say this to my own detriment because this is basically me, my 2042 build was, I was a medic who ran a sniper with infinite ammo supply and infinite health. And I never changed. Right? I was my own worst, like, I am the worst example of not practicing what I preach. So that area that they're kind of umming and ahhing about and really not being definitive about, I think is a bit of an issue. And then also on the server browser, if there's a very good reason why they won't commit to a server browser, or if they can't do it technically, or, you know, there's whatever it is, just needs to be more transparent. And also they're still sort of trying to figure out where they draw the line. It's like they're toying around with the idea of looking at copying things like movement from COD and stuff like that. That has me a little worried, because it doesn't work in a Battlefield setting, nor should it. Like, Battlefield is not a mil sim by any means, but it's also not full arcade, or certainly not to the extent that COD is, but... So, yeah. But overall, the destructive buildings, I think the way they look, I think they're doing a lot of good things with 2042. I hope they just keep it locked in and focused on really pushing through and executing on that. So, but yeah, and like we've been waiting for ages to get hands on with it. But it's still a while coming from what I've heard as well. People are hoping it's going to be releasing end of this year. I'm not so sure that's going to be the case. So, where are we? Maker. Like, if there's a Cadian regiment in trouble, any chapters in the area of operations will answer. Nice. Like, because they got such a high standing. Yeah, see, that stuff like that is so freaking cool. Space Marine 1 multiplayer, you can play as a Dreadnought. Can you really? We will be checking that out, because like this remaster, you get the full works, you get everything. You get all the DLC, all the skins, everything. Like if there are actually people playing the multiplayer, we'll obviously be checking that out at some point. Bronco, same here, lol. Medic that focused on being one, but ran ammo and SMG primary. Yeah. Yeah, same. Like I would still focus on reviving people and stuff like that, but it's like it was such a, for me that was easily the most powerful build in the game for just keeping your team up and running, right? And then also you had no limitations because you could run pretty much whatever weapon you wanted. You know, they've got to have the courage to be Battlefield. That's what I want them to do. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Focus on your own lane. But yeah, at the moment I'm still very much looking forward to it. I still, you know, they've got to deliver on Battlefield this year. If they don't, I mean, that's it. Franchises, that's it. It's game over. You can't go from Battlefield 5 to 2042 and then another dud. But I think they'll be good to go. Mistral, how the very devil are you? It's very good to see you.
Weapons authorization confirmed. Access granted.
Ooh. Stalker bolter unlocked. This modified bolter equipped with targeter and high accuracy shells is able to fell enemies from great distances. The Stalker bolter functions equally well as a precision battle rifle or a sniper weapon. Awesome. The Mistral, how are you? It's very good to see you as always. I hope you're keeping well. I hope you had a good weekend and a good start to the week. Bronco agreed on the Battlefield stuff. Well, it'd be good to, and like the other thing, it'd like be good to get some games together again, man. At some point in the future, that'd be nice, right? Let's hope the next Battlefield is awesome and that we can all just really sink our teeth into it. So it's okay, we can forgive you because you're one of the rare few. You're still PTFO. I agree with your BF6 take by and large. The franchise needs a course correction. I have more ideas than fit in chat. Yeah, like I can well imagine. It's very difficult to know exactly where we stand with it right now because I think they're really using Battlefield Labs properly the way they should be. You know, that is the environment where you can at least try things out. But I'm just hoping that they stay focused on where they're going. Like they've got a game plan. More. Makey, you're excited for Marathon? Marathon. I don't even know if Marathon. Will we actually see Marathon properly released? Like, I actually genuinely think that's the question right now. I'm not going to stoke the fires with the second half of that comment, Maker. Thank you.
That's where the orcs breached the gun battery. We haven't been able to make it inside the wall. There just aren't enough of us.
You have survived this long on your own, Lieutenant. You have done well. But you are no longer alone. We will retake the gun. Will get your reinforcements.
I'll hold you to that, Captain.
I do like the kind of mutual respect thing that you highlighted so well in this, Maker. It's a really nice touch. You kind of get it a bit in Space Marine 2, but I feel like it's really put forward here, which is really cool. Yeah, Marathon.
Turned away from Medicaid facilities in sectors 29, 30, 34. Injured workers should seek.
I feel like there are lots of people who have been working on developing extraction shooters who will feel like they wish they hadn't been led up the garden path. Like, defining characteristic of the really well-regarded extraction shooters is that they are
on the high ground.
Extraordinarily high risk, high reward. And difficult and challenging as a result. And that's like literally part of the appeal. Trying to get that sort of formula to work to a new audience or a mass appeal audience that hasn't already been exposed to Tarkov, Hunt Showdown, etc. in any meaningful fashion is going to be difficult, I think. Mikey, I know you too well, my guy. I know you too well. What have we got around here? I love seeing the orcs. Really want to go up against the orcs in Space Marine 3. That would be very cool. It's weird, isn't it? Like, you'd hardly say that, even at this stage as a firstborn, that Titus is small. But he's dinky. Where are you, Mistral? On the Battlefield subject, I will say that I'm afraid that EA or DICE is still trying to design and balance the game by spreadsheets, yeah, and using the player data from Battlefield Labs to that end. They don't want a server browser, but engagement optimized matchmaking instead. Yeah, I think you're 100% right, and I think they completely fail to understand the value of a server browser from a player perspective and from a community perspective. If you want to build a really strong, appreciative community, part of that first step is putting in a dedicated server browser. And everyone, the counter argument at the moment is, oh, well, you get one in Portal. And this is my issue with what happens in Portal. If you, like, having player-run servers can be a really good thing, but relying only on player-run servers rather than having official servers is that somebody will pick and choose and just limit out the things that they don't like, and that's fine because that's their server. But when that becomes the only option, you know, if the only option is one where you can't snipe because Billy Battlefield doesn't like being sniped at.
Once we get through these battlements, we will use the breach caused by the rock to enter the gun fortress. That
becomes a problem. And then you got people booting players because they just don't like people, or rightfully having that function for people being toxic or cheating and stuff, but it will still get abused. Where are we? There's a law. Oh, hang on. I haven't tried to stalk a bolt yet. There's a law in the US game market. Corporations exploit to cancel a game, then write it off on taxes. EA is notorious for this. Marathon might get this treatment, then assets and code might get recycled later. Yeah. So if I wear my filthy corpo hat, right, and I look at, oh, and by the way, there's a really good actual games executive corporate take on what Bungie should do and where it's at right now. Can't remember her name, but Cross did a reaction video to it recently as well, but I also saw the original. And I thought it was really good. But I could even see a recommendation that Marathon be shelved indefinitely for right now. They pour all resources into trying to get what they can out of Destiny 2 for a while. Literally give it a year to keep things quiet. This thing is mental. Oh, beauty. And then and then come back with a much stronger game plan about how to do it all. But their first port of call should always be to design the best game possible, not what's the best way for them to make money. And I don't know if that's in their mindset yet. And I also will keep going on about this until my lungs give out. But the C-suite at Sony deserve every bit as much criticism as the C-suite at Bungie. For a whole host of reasons. Anybody who thinks that they've got no responsibility for any of this right now, oh boy. Obviously the C-suite at Bungie has a huge issue as well, but that's where Sony has a responsibility also. I think Sony will try and keep the Bungie brand itself relevant somehow, but they've got to, it's tainted right now and they've got to untaint it. So the engagement optimized matchmaking is there specifically to help with the skin selling. I'm afraid EA doesn't want a server buzz out of fear it might take away from that. Yeah, which is, you know, I fully suspect that might be true, in which case they're stupid. Just, there's no other way for it. We've been playing a ton of games over and over again recently, just demonstrating the power of what good core game design can offer, and then you can monetize off of that any way you want. Filthy corporate hat is needed to understand anything going on in the quadruple segment of the market. They have their priorities flipped around from the way you highlight out of sheer greed. Yeah.
Take to the high ground, Captain. We will deal with the orcs down here.
You know, it's kind of I always sort of had this idea and the hope that Bungie, out of all the companies, especially when Destiny was at its peak in Destiny 1 and 2, that they were kind of the benchmark for how all other games companies should be. Can you imagine that now? That's incredible for me to even say out loud now, thinking about it. And it turns out, you know, they were just as every bit as toxic and horrific as most of the big AAA game studios. The minute big money gets involved in anything, in any industry, in any field, it skews things too much because it empowers too many people in the wrong way at the very upper levels. It's not good. Not good at all. I'm gonna go up. What did I just get? I just got a jump pack, so I can now do... I should have been paying attention to what? Mash buttons. No. Oh. Hell yeah. Can I get up there? Haha. Oh wait, I don't have my... Oh. How good. Fetch me a Thunderhammer now. Oh boy. That was scrappy at best.
Here they come.
Where is he? I can hear him. I can't see him. Beautiful. Got a lot more control over this one.
Space Marines to kill.
Ow, 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 ow. Sorry, that's what I was trying to get. The only way to replenish my health is to stun them and then execute them.
Crush the Space Marines.
Oh. It's a little bit janky, but I am appreciating the extra control. Is he dead? He's dead. Okay. Right. Good. Let's go. You said it, back to Warhammer. That's basically the sniper bolt you have there, but I forget if it's chambered in the standard round or the heavy one. If it does more damage, it might be the heavy. It just looked like it was shredding just now, so it looked like the heavy. As for the respect the guard gets, there's an in-universe quote saying, if every Space Marine disappeared, the Imperium would fall in a month. If every Guardsman disappeared, it would fall in a day. Yeah, see, that's awesome. That's cool. Green and I were talking the other day about what other avenues, like, because obviously they're going to be, you know, and part of my decision on how to shift the channels around was looking at the success of Space Marine 2 and the announcement of Space Marine 3, so that was one thing. Looking at the success of Rogue Trader, and then the announcement of Heresy. Is it Heresy? Yeah. And then you know, there's obviously, they want to really keep things moving on the gaming front. I'm not used to this verticality. It's good. Brutal. Oh my god, that's so satisfying. Give me a thunder hammer. Get me a thunder hammer right now. I can't change weapons whilst I've got the jetpack, I don't think. This version is so responsive as well. Like, you can go straight from launch into the attack. Beautiful. I love this version of the jetpack. This is so good. Little dodge. But you have some fine control in it, which you really don't have in
that jump pack, Captain.
Space Marine 2.
That rock delivered the orcs right into the gun fortress.
Very cool. I lost the jetpack. Boo. Makers. So the cat girls, they're scary because they're highly efficient at wiping squads. The just normal and or Space Marine. They're nimble like a cat and behavior like one as well, but have the eyes and aspects. Michelle, there's another one that goes, the Space Marines are the hammer of the Emperor, to which the Guard is the anvil. Yeah, that's, see, yeah, that's very cool. Another famous quote from The Fall of Cadia, although I think this is a fan-made quote. The planet broke before the Guard did. They literally put on their airtight masks and kept fighting on the chunks. See, that's, yeah. It's high on my list too. I've heard so many things about it as well, just about the Cadians and all kinds of stuff like that. That's it's very appealing to me. But so before we got stuck into that last segment there, Green and I were talking about it, and we were saying about how the different games could branch out. So Space Marine 3 is coming, Heresy is coming, Rogue Trader was a hit, Space Marine 2's been a hit. You know, all things feeding into the way everything's evolving right now. And what I was wondering was whether or not, you know, there could be a good PvP game featuring the Astra Militarum, right? Almost Battlefield style. Quite how you'd get that to work, I guess against the orcs or the cultists or whatever, but something like that would be freaking cool. So good. So the cat girls are like, they can just wipe out entire squads of regular troops and stuff like that. Yeah. Let you be a dready, goddammit. Yeah. Well, yeah, so that would be like a vehicle selection thing. You could have Lehman Rush tanks. Right, you could have dreadnoughts on the field. Even a Titan for like a Levolution type thing. Oh my god. Stumbled onto something. You heard it here first. Make it happen. Even in death, I still serve. Yeah. See, that's one of the things I kind of wish they, I hope they feature in Henry Cavill's live action series that he's working on. Like, I want them to actually showcase what it's like to actually become a dreadnought. I think that would be a freaking eye-opener and good for setting the tone. Look at the size of that. Is that ammo?
This fortress is swarming with orcs. Clearing this place will take days.
Those guardsmen cannot survive that long. We find a way to destroy the gun.
Maker, yeah, there's multiple subhumans that get passed from the Emperor because genetically it's not the fault of the person, it's just evolution on said planet. Yeah, so like the Cadians have it's more of an aesthetic one, I guess, but they have purple eyes, right? And then there's like a question. The salamanders get their charcoal skin from Vulcan and red eyes from the radiation of the planet, which affects their gene seed in a particular way. Vengeance launcher. Let's see how strong this is compared to the compared to bolt gun. It wasn't great in bolt gun, I have to say. It's a bit of a letdown. Experimental Gripe Pattern Vengeance Launcher is a specialized launcher for magnetized fusion charges which adhere to walls and enemy armor. Right trigger to fire, X to detonate. Okay. Interesting. So the Cadians set the standard for the Imperial Guard standard equipment as the best of the best because they held their homeworld in the only gap in the Eye of Terror against all the hordes of chaos.
Medicaid facility should expect
Yeah, see...
delays regarding removal of deceased persons.
So, what, I can't even remember. What actually caused the fall of Cadia? They were too close to a Chaos Gate? Is that... Let's test this thing out, shall we? Oh. Yeah, it's good. It's a bit overkill for one. Let's. Jeez. How did that one not detonate from before? Interesting.
Lockdown in effect.
Look here, Captain. Melter charges.
Put those in the right place, and this whole fortress will come down.
We could put the charge on one of the gun's shells.
Leandros, you do the chapter proud.
Melt bomb. Okay.
Remember that we honor the machine god by exceeding its word.
Oh my god. Complete out of ammo. Beautiful. Michelle, there are a bunch of abhumans, as they're called in the lore, like the Rattlings, sci-fi halflings, but they're also subject to alien species within the Imperium too. And the Inquisitors don't mind them. Abhumans, I forgot they were called, to be honest, Maker. So about Titans, do you know what's the scariest version? No, I do not know. I'm going to guess it's something chaos related. Michelle, I forget which the categories are, and they may have also switched classification based on Games Workshop's whims at the moment too. There were even abhuman dwarves carried over from Warhammer Fantasy. Yeah. Nice. Where? brutal. Brutal.
Access restricted to upper decks.
It's a Custodes Titan for Space Marines. It's a Psycho class Titan? Directly working under Big E? Yeah, that would be ridiculously powerful. That would be ridiculously powerful. I've got do actually have like I'm making no illusions as to actually being able to cover the entire lore. Hang on, I should be looking for Easter eggs. I should be focusing on whatever's making that horrendous noise. Right. One of the things I've got on my list, there's two things I added just recently, was Adeptus Arbiters, to actually properly look into them. Which I realised that they've obviously been inspired by Judge Dredd. There's definitely some RoboCop in there as well. And then also also the Cylons, funnily enough. But I don't know if that's just a recent development based on the look for Darktide. I have to check. The other thing was the Adeptus Titanicus, which are the big, giant Titans. Oh my god. Let's be having you. Oh, ow. Oh boy. Oh man, that hurt. Alright, that's better. I love that the God Emperor is called Biggie. It's very cool. Megan, for example, a Psycho Titan had a mini black home shot at it, right, from another unit to teleport behind a group of Chaos Titans to kill them. Oh, mini black hole. Okay, good. That makes more sense. Making the kind of Titans with beating hearts and eyeballs staring down at you, the aesthetic of making chaos-possessed vehicles into living bodies of twisted flesh and metal is quite visually striking. Yeah. Hellfire just sent that bolt around right between that Battle Brothers' legs. I know they're made sterile by the transformation, but they have a care still. It's the thought that counts. Yeah, it would still... that would still make you wince. Make it, yes, for Chaos. To be honest, Hellbrutes or Chaos Titans are miserable. So one of the things I liked with the when they introduced the data vault in Space Marine 2 is you could actually look at the character models in detail and you get some lore behind it as well. And I did look at the Hellbrute one a while back and it looks awful. Like it looks really, it's really well done. It looks really good. But its existence as a Hellbrute looks awful. Just not a good or a pleasant experience at all for anyone. Parry!
Here, Captain.
We need to get the shell into that loader.
I'm not sure about what the... I don't know what the UI was like before, but they completely reworked it for this. I'm not sure how I feel about the scroll wheel plus left stick mechanic, for one. But the other thing is purely down to a skill issue. Left bumper is parry in Space Marine 2, and it's not in this, it just does that. So if you see me doing that... Oh, God! If you see me doing that, that's why.
There. I will place the charge on that shell.
Activate.
Now to move the shell into place.
Where are we? Maker, so if you're hated on your Chaos chapter, you get fused with a Dready. Constantly being awake and caged specifically for war. The driver basically goes insane. Yeah. That's horrific. Further back, the God Emperor had the fan named Spasties. Because at that point in the lore, Games Workshop actually listed him as one of the previous reincarnations. Wow. Don't know if that still holds true. I bet it doesn't. I bet you they will be playing that down as much as they possibly can, if anything, right now. 100%. Right, we've got no health. We're about to load a huge piece of munitions.
Into the gun's chamber.
We cannot rely on luck for this, Sidonus. We follow the shell up and make sure it reaches its destination.
Aye. Now back to the lift.
Still a captain at this stage, obviously, because he's yet to be demoted. Currently being voiced by Mark Strong as well. He's may or not be known to. He's quite a well-known, versatile actor. What do we do? Do we just... oh no, we go over there. Okay. Don't fall in the hole. I love that the orcs have all got thick South London accents, which is basically my part of the world. Hanging on by a thin thread. Oh, holy crap. Jesus. Okay, it's fine. It's good. Wow. That was close. What Maker said is, or was, basically the everyday experience for Chaos Space Marine sworn to Khorne. They won't carry in a fight. Kind of explains why they're always spoiling for one. get the impression that being a bit ragey and rampagey is kind of part of the course for a Chaos Marine. Oh. Everything's... Everything's stacked. Holy crap. All good.
Artillery shell moving into position.
There, the secondary lift.
I'm over there. Onwards. I was about to say, what does the Purity Seal do for me? Right, Fury now allows you to enter marksman mode. Time slows down, allowing you to place shots with lethal precision. Use left stick and right stick to enter Fury mode, and left trigger to enter marksman mode. Marksman mode ends when the Fury meter is empty, or when you release left trigger. Marksman mode does not affect turreted weapons. Okay.
Priming gun battery.
Zeal and Fury.
Zeal and Fury? Awesome. Wish I could get away with saying things like that in real life.
Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Leandros, Leandros, Leandros.
Firing now.
Incoming fire.
Let's just hide behind the giant artillery shell, shall we?
Incoming. Enemy sighted.
Oh, shh. Yeah. Instant regret. Oh, damn.
Get the bus!
Got ammo for everything. Right. Let's try that again, shall we? It's going so well.
The Emperor be with you, Space Marine. Reset for firing sequence.
There's our shell.
Gun firing in 3.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Get behind something!
Reset for firing sequence.
Incoming fire.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Firing now.
Incoming.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Better crippled in body than corrupt.
What? Just... Okay. Gotta actually watch out for that. Let's not do that again. Listen for a bomb squig's distinctive bomb squig.
Space Marine!
Authorization start development. The Emperor be with you, Space Marine. Reset for firing.
There's our shell. The Orcs have pulled it out of sequence.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader.
Gun
I will cover
firing
you.
in 3, 2,
Just instant death as well. Michelle, one of the biggest lessons from the Horus Heresy was that the Imperium must never again have any combined arms commands to isolate any unit, fall into chaos, and ensure that its rampage will be limited. See, that I didn't know.
keep clear.
Incoming fire.
Let's do this first.
Incoming.
Artillery shell.
And then...
Enemy sighted.
Holy shit!
Success is measured in blood. Yours.
Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe we... you know. Don't want to keep getting blown up. I don't like it. Hurt my feelings. Don't think anyone cares about my feelings in the grimdark future.
Firing now.
I'm gonna give myself some room to maneuver and just stay here, because otherwise we get backed into a corner over there. Nice as it is. There's this room as well.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Gun firing.
Incoming fire.
Artillery shell moving in.
Don't think I'm hitting that anywhere near where I want it to go.
Enemy sighted.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh boy.
Better crippled in body.
Okay, I literally don't know what killed me then. That must have been another bomb squig. God damn it. As a result, the Imperial Guard is divided into regiments, each with dedicated role and composition, dictated by player choice, transported and supported by Imperial Navy units with separate command chains. The preceding post where Motion Maker is relevant to my earlier post about the Horus Heresy 2. Ah, yeah, okay. Also, Maker was kind of wrong earlier, but mostly right, unless things changed greatly since 8th edition when I just dropped out from paying attention because Games Workshop were becoming overbearing with flavour. What Maker said is always basically the everyday experience for Chaos Space Marines sworn to corner if they won't go in and fight. Yeah, okay. I know they are going through, definitely for the tabletop version, which of course obviously feeds into everything else in some way or another as well. But they are ironically also complaining about the casualization of games, which is something that we've been discussing a fair bit behind the scenes here.
There's our shell. The orcs have pulled it out of sequence.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Gun battery.
Let's do it, Leandros. Let's keep things moving, please.
Gun firing in 3,
Incoming fire.
1.
Incoming. Enemy sighted.
No, 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 no. Oh my god. Feel like there's a little design issue here.
The Space Marine.
Authorization and Starfleet Ultra.
Get this.
With you, Space Marine.
Get this. Yep.
Artillery shell moving into position.
There's our shell. The orcs have pulled it out of sequence.
Then we put it back.
Stand clear.
Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Bear with me, bear with me. Kinda keen to get through this, but
Artillery shell moving into position.
Incoming fire. Incoming.
Primary gun battery.
Enemy sighted.
holy crap! Holy shit! Oh, Jesus! Get frickin' wrecked! Jesus! Alright, better. Actual progress.
In place, Captain.
And up it goes.
We'd be better off seeing this fortress detonate from the outside.
Agreed. Find an exit.
Priming gun battery. Alarm. Severe structural damage.
There is something just then with the little bomb squigs, I think. Whether they were either overscaled or I don't know what. But you deal with one, but you can even take one hit towards the end of that. It's very painful. Right.
The guardsmen will get their supplies now.
Captain Titus, you are a man of your word, my lord. Thank you.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
We're gathering our wounded and are heading to the Andres habitation block to establish an outpost. With the cannon down, our support craft will land there.
Very well. My battle brothers and I must secure any operational Warlord-class Titans before the Orcs can loot them.
Good luck.
Warlord-class Titans, eh? No ammo for that whatsoever. Okay.
Space Marines to kill! Leg it!
Where are they gone? Come back! Where are you going? Hello? Well, I may as well state for the record now that part of the reason I recommended Dawn of War is because it remains based on the 3rd and 4th editions, unlike those people keep playing D&D 3.5 or variants. Partially kept up at least somewhat through 5th, probably 6th, and I think 7th editions of Warhammer 40k, but 8th was kind of where I fell out. Don't know much about 9th and 10th, so we'll find out together. Yeah. We're all on that journey.
What in Quilliman's name is that?
Nothing.
Did the lieutenant not say these tracks went to the complex housing the Titans?
That thing is a battering ram.
New objective, board the ram. Okay. Bearing in mind when this game originally came out, and yeah, I know this has been remastered. But it's impressive for what it is. I don't know why I should be surprised necessarily. Trying to parry again. one of the reasons I'm kind of keen to really properly give Rogue Trader a go. And like not just with because Owlcat Games have got some really interesting projects coming out, but Rogue Trader is the closest I'm going to get to the sort of seeing the mechanics of how the tabletop version works. But on top of that, Heresy is also coming out, and that looks like it's going to be bloody good. They just look like excellent sources of lore, like just interactive novels in a way. But also on the Pathfinders channel, probably also going to be covering The Expanse, because they said that they're now doing a version. They're doing a CRPG for The Expanse, which is really freaking cool. The Expanse is a fantastic sci-fi property.
Now to stop this ram. Time to impact.
No more than 6 minutes.
Time enough.
So as a result, there's a good chance Make will quote newer lore, current revisions of old lore, simply because he's a newer fan, whereas quotes from me are more likely to be from older editions. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like why I... Well, not just in Warhammer, but I like... It's important to, like, how to... If you're gonna really have a good idea of where you're going with anything, in any aspect, in any way, shape or form, it always helps to look at where you came from. And like to really understand and appreciate that. That's really important. So I'm here for all of it. All of it. Just give me all of it. Give me everything. Holy crap. Okay. Oh, wow. How good. See how I was trying to parry then? See that? Onwards. Bear with me. Ow, 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 ow. Very good. Very, very good. Which are just going to take it when Games Workshop started having Space Marines referred to as the Emperor's Angels in universe, not after the basic edition. Even if it was retcon, I prefer the Emperor's Hammer. I just wanted to clear up in advance any possible discrepancies. They will serve to highlight what has changed versus what has remained the same, though. Yeah. I mean, to say that the lore for this universe, all 40 years worth of it, is fluid would be no understatement at all. Or sorry, it would really be
impact.
understating it. Actually, is more what I mean to say.
We need to deal with that dropship. Bolter fire cannot penetrate its armor.
These trains have point defense turrets.
That's the other problem, is if you just tap left bumper rather than hold it. It is also what launches your grenades. How good is this?
Cover me while I get to that weapon.
Up and at him. Wait, what? Oh, he dodged it. God damn. Very close to dead. Medicaid stims would be really nice right around now. Oh, you... Nope. Never forget, Warhammer 40k is no canon, only what Games Workshop thinks will sell models. Yeah, I'm used to it in so many different areas, sadly. Being a Marvel and DC fanboy all my life has led me down that route. What else have we had? Transformers to an extent, G.I. Joe to an extent. That was another one. Star Wars, obviously.
The Manufactorum still holds.
Some Imperial Guard units made it here after all.
They cannot hold for long. We must hurry.
Let's go.
What is that servo skull doing?
Trying to deliver a message. Must be damaged.
He's trying to find someone who's still alive.
Interesting.
What is the Inquisition doing here?
We're about to find out.
This is Inquisitor Drogan. I need urgent assistance at Manufacturer Majakis. They're after the experimental device. The device is safe for the time being. I draw them off. Now I'm trapped. If I die, you must keep the device out of enemy hands. Or he'll be unstoppable. I needed more time. I was nearly ready.
An experimental weapon.
We need to find the Inquisitor before the Orcs do. Keep moving. Remain alert.
Okay.
Serve the machine god by joining corpse removal crews at your designated evacuation center.
0th edition is my joking name for the lore of Space Marines, and 1st edition tabletop rogue trader where they and Chaos Space Marines were a less than charitably depicted potential NPC faction to encounter. Yeah, it's, well, that's one thing that's very clear, is that all the different factions have evolved significantly since the early days of Games Workshop. Mate, Stral is right, I'm new, and in the last few years though, hardcore getting to Warhammer, so some information from me is going to be wrong, and I apologise. I don't think you need to apologise, man. I think that's fine. I think it's just, there's obviously a lot of fluidity and change in how the lore works in this universe anyway, so there's nothing to apologise for, bud.
Captain, look.
New and old, it's still interesting to see how and when things change and where and why as well, for definite. Like when you both properly explained to me why the business origins of why they were Firstborn and Primaris Marines. I remember it fondly. In a corner, in a corner. Okay. That worked very nicely.
Do not abandon your workstation. Everything is under control.
Oh, clipping on something there.
Forward! Clear out the orcs.
Ow! No! Stuck on stuff! No one to move! Oh my god.
Have managed to power that cannon.
Even a single shot will
Jesus.
blast right through the gates.
We cannot allow that.
There are definitely some old school game design quirks that are fun. Just... hang on. Get kitted up here. Pick up ammo. I think that's everything. Is there anything over here? I'm not so sure what they've got in the way of Easter eggs so much in this game. It doesn't really look like there's much, but...
Number 2 control deck, do you read?
That'll
This is
do
Captain
it.
Titus of the Ultramarines. Identify yourself.
This is Corporal Antioch, sir. That is, my lord.
I need access to the Manufactorum, Corporal.
There is a service lift in the hangar directly below where you drop the cargo, my lord. We can meet you there.
Stand ready. We will be there shortly. Titus out.
Okay, door.
A handful of guardsmen holding that huge gate. They cannot last long.
We did manage to bring the access bridge down.
Those bomb squigs are problematic. Let's be having you.
the access point we are using, we will not...
Show them fury!
Yeah, show them fury. With extra gain and reverb. Let's... Oh. What the hell is lighting me up there? On we go.
The lift is
What? What were you gonna say, Leandros?
Corporal Antioch, we are in position.
Excellent, Captain. I'm sending the lift up now.
Oh, no.
Antioch, hold the lift. We have orcs inbound.
We haven't yet. Turn around.
Purge the enemy!
Some control quirks going on here. I wish I knew what they'd had it set up for before. But it definitely does some weird things at times. Oh my god, it's chaos. Ow!
Titus, the lift is here.
Granting access.
The time for battle is now!
Oh, brutal. Alright, good. Jesus.
Corporal Antioch?
Yes, my lord.
We have word that an Inquisitor is in the Manufactorum.
Like, being a space marine handling
Lord
those things is
Krogan.
one thing, but
We have
imagine
not
being
seen
one of
him
these
for several
guys.
days.
That's just a whole other level.
Has the Liberation fleet arrived, my lord?
The fleet is still en route, Corporal. The Ultramarines are here as a vanguard, to cripple the enemy and secure the most valuable assets.
I see.
But the facility and its Titans remain secure.
All I can say for certain is that no Orc has breached this gate, my lord.
Contact Lieutenant Mira. Her unit is establishing a bastion in Hab Center Andres, and your support craft now have a viable approach from orbit.
What of the Colonel and his staff?
They did not survive.
Yeah, things did not go well for them.
Here we are, my lord.
My thanks, Corporal.
Oi, keep that muzzle clean, guardsman.
God, Leandros is such a dick. Just... Like, you kind of need them, but he's still such a dick. Where are we? Michelle, like in 3rd edition, which is just when they really started taking the grim dark world-building seriously after more wild and crazy 1st and 2nd editions. I noticed most tales are reworked World War II history. Orcs are problematic if you ever heard anyone claiming orcs are standing for blacks. That comes from a Rorke's Drift commemorative set featuring orcs versus a British-themed guard regiment. Yeah, that's really, truly problematic. Yeah. Like, there are simply not enough words to properly express just how tone-deaf, out-of-touch, foolhardy, and bull-headed Games Workshop can oftentimes be. Yeah. I think that goes for everyone, though. But just to balance things out a bit, it's also... We've also got to give room for things to evolve, right? So, one good example of that recently was... I can't remember the name of the subreddit. Basically, all the people that were bitching and moaning about the fact that there was a female Adeptus Custodes who has an awesome character, and there's a it's either in the Tides or Pariah Nexus, one of them. There's a female Adeptus Custodes featured in that, and it's an awesome episode. She's awesome as a character as well. But obviously there was a big, very misogynist part of the Warhammer community which got up in arms about the whole thing, got very toxic about the whole thing. They got banned from a whole bunch of different subreddits and forums. And I think just earlier this week, the subreddit where they ended up to form their own sort of little band of hate-filled nonsense, they got shut down. Completely banned off Reddit. I freaking love that. I freaking love that. So it's not wrong to call them out when we call them out, but we've also got to give them credit where credit's due. And there is a way to cover a dystopian nightmare like the Warhammer 40k Imperium and not be toxic. It's actually a lesson I wish Off the Grid were going to be learning sometime freaking soon. But that's a whole different matter. Something we'll be revisiting. Can't think of anybody who's been more tone deaf than they have been recently.
At last, a place the orcs have not stained.
For now, I doubt even
Lair of
that
Giants,
Colonel will convince
Adjecus
orcs to
Access
back away.
Basilica.
Indeed. We must find this Inquisitor and the Titan Invictus.
Be not concerned with events beyond these walls. Work, focus, meet your quota.
Yeah, that commemorative set is definitely they like definitely would not fly. Didn't fly then, definitely wouldn't fly today or at all. So yeah, rightly called out as some nonsense there. Jesus. want to see a Titan. Do I get to see a Titan?
Titan Invictus seems undamaged at least.
We're in the Titan?
Seems unused, you mean?
No, that...
Oh, not enough.
Yes!
The War Titans.
It takes hundreds to get a War Titan operational, Sergeant. Without them, it sits idle.
Oh, it's got to be a way, surely. Oh, look at that. Look at him. Oh, there's got to be a way, surely. Surely. The, Let's see where this takes us.
Captain, this is an auger station. I can scan for the Inquisitor's life signs.
Access authorized.
There. A lone human.
Identity confirmed. Drogon. Ordo Xenos.
He's in this wing of the Manufactorum.
I read alien signals throughout the facility, and a large number converging on the Inquisitor's location.
Section 449 is understaffed by 100%. Please rectify. Do not abandon your workstation. Everything is under control.
I feel like everything is not under control. Just bear with me 1 second, chat. Just checking some messages here. Okay. All right. Okay.
Leandros, can you use this panel to contact our other forces?
Not directly, but I can boost Vox range.
Do it.
Access authorized. Ultramarines chapter.
What?
Here, Captain.
Ultramarines, this is Captain Titus. Are you receiving?
Captain, this is Sergeant Midas. Squad Solidus is on the ground and making for our objective.
New orders, Midas. We are at Manufactorum Ajakis and have located the Titan Invictus. I need Solinus to come secure the Invictus while I divert to a priority alarm.
On our way, Captain. Midas out.
Have a look here. Charlotte 7 was only released within the last decade too, as I recall. For last big commemoration relatively recently, in the 2010s, I lost at least some patients waiting for them to learn. The yeah. I heard about the subreddit getting its mod team cleared out, but I thought that was an action taken at the behest of Reddit management itself. Are you saying they got canned totally? And how so? It's just been they all ended up in they got banned out of all the sort of the normal decent fan Reddits. They formed their own Reddit forum, and then Reddit after a while just got fed up with all the nonsense that was going on in there and decided to shut them down. Good riddance. Holy shit. They're gonna be everywhere. There is a weird thing with this where it is sort of trying to guide you on where you're supposed to go. But it's kind of janky because it's a long... It's obviously a very linear game, but when it's trying to direct your attention to somewhere, it kind of just makes the controls feel dead. So rather than giving you like a couple of seconds to look at it, it just locks onto it. It's like having, I guess, like an aimbot locked onto something and then not changing. It's very... feels very clunky that way. Oh. Do I have to wait for him? I guess not. Oh yeah, there you go. Just love the way everything is just massively over-engineered. If there's a thing where I can switch that off actually, because it's target assist might stop it. Hope so.
Repeat authorization.
Drogan, prepare the power source.
Just
release.
everyone in the different Reddit forums was just celebrating the removal of the chodes. That's what I saw.
Inquisitor Drogan?
They got shut down. Rightly so, too.
Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. We received your distress call, but you seem to have weathered the enemy's attack.
I am soldier and scientist, both, Captain.
When he decided to focus on Warhammer 40k, I neglected to warn you about those shenanigans upon encountering content and dislike.
It's running the entire manufactorial.
But I figured you'd be aware of, and if anything, more than ready to deal with them. Ah, yeah. Like I'm...
complex device and an unstable one.
Just covering Call of Duty. I mean, that's 90% of the freaking player base. Just...
with enough force to destroy the entire planet.
Then we must move it to safety.
And for that, Captain, I need your aid. This way.
We are never here to appease fascists. Not in any way, shape, or form.
I'm a psycho.
Quite the
My
opposite.
psychic abilities are controlling the bleeding.
Very well.
New objective, get to the generator room. Alright, so, where are we? Prince Asher, hello there, how are you, bud? You are back. It's very good to see.
Xenos life forms detected.
Space Marine! You trying to steal my Titans? Steal my loot? I'll rip your guts right out your throat!
So South London. It's so South London.
Space Marine!
Sensitivity settings are feeling very... Oh, no. Apply. Very funky. You're here.
Has a scent for us now.
Damnable creature! Had he not blundered onto this world?
But he did, Drogon.
Space Marine recognized.
Yeah.
All access granted.
The Mark III Sun Fury plasma pistol fires balls of superheated plasma. Fire quick shots or a powerful charged blast. This weapon permanently replaces your bolt pistol. Right trigger to fire. Hold right trigger to charge. Hold right trigger to charge shot. X to vent heat. Okay.
There. We must get to that lift.
To answer your earlier question about Inquisitors, they don't actually have supreme power. The High Lords of Terror and lower ranked Lords by tier are the ones that make the rules and set the policies. Well, the thing I found out in addition to them is that the Adeptus Arbites are in typical Warhammer fashion, judge, jury, and executioner, and if you get on the wrong side of them, you have to be very, very high ranked to even stand chance of getting a trial.
My boys want to give you a proper greeting.
They're feeling kind of clunky. The shield carriers. Like, who'd want to live in the Imperium? Who in their right mind would actually want to live in the Imperium? No one. No one. Mr. What Inquisitors have the power to do is seek out corruption and treason against the Imperium by individual parties, including violating those rules and policies.
How much deeper does this facility go?
Manufactorum? Far deeper. The whole generator room is actually suspended above a venting shaft.
Suspended?
Yes. In case of catastrophic overload, the whole room can be shunted away into the depths. Ah, yes. Here we are.
Colder than a space wolf's smile in here.
Yes, a byproduct of the device's functioning.
The music's ramping up. So I think Heresy focuses on the Inquisitors. And then obviously we've got Inquisitor Martyr, which is like an ARPG, which we might have a look at some point as well. Where are we? So what Inquisitors have the power to do is seek out corruption and treason against the Imperium by individual parties, including violating those rules and policies. Kind of the Witchmaster General type characters. So for example, if an alien species has been declared to be accepted into the Imperium as a whole, the Inquisitors would have no power to act against them as a group. What does that mean, Maker? So as long as the Lords is that the High Lords of Terror is the like that's a mixture of Primarchs and various other people in there, right? Like Guilliman's in the in and amongst that mix. Maker, I'm an Eversaw of the Pathfinders. Just drop me in, don't ask questions, I will destroy everything in that area. Okay. Miss Charles, that seems to be what Guilliman, Primarch of the Ultramarines, is doing in taking the Eldari faction he's made an alliance with into the fold. Yeah.
Captain Titus, proceed into the main chamber. We need only obtain the power source at the core of the generator. I will initiate decoupling from a control console.
Understood.
Have I grabbed? Have I grabbed?
Brothers, guard the access points.
I have engaged the decoupling sequence, Captain. You must keep the chamber secure until the power source is exposed.
Identity confirmed. Drogon, Ordo Xenos.
Aversirs are part of the assassins, so blanks, Aversirs, snipers, and changelings.
Primary shield is open, Captain. Head into the central chamber.
Am I pronouncing it right though? Aversirs, or that can't be? It can't be Eversours. That sounds like some sort of skin lotion. Aversirs, they're weapons of mass destruction, but in a human body. See, I've never heard of them as well. See, this is like, yeah. See, it's constantly finding out how and where bits have got into. Right. Let's go, I guess. What am I letting myself in for here?
Alarm. Xenos detected.
Space Marines!
Wait, is this a Psycho Orc?
Captain, the war boss.
Space Marine! What are you hiding down here? Whatever it is, I want it!
Hold back the greenskins, Captain. The power source
Clipping on
will free
shit.
the generator shortly.
Clipping on shit. So annoying.
Strike true!
Power core exposure.
Strike true.
Now, head over to the servitor station and activate it. It will retrieve the power source and get it into its canister.
Oh my god. Not supposed to be fighting him just yet, I don't think.
That does it, Space Marine! Sparky thing what you want, Space Marine. Then I'll take it for myself!
Off.
Severe structural damage.
That damn orc will kill us all. Grab it, Captain. Force the power source into its canister. Quickly!
Ow, he's hurt me so bad. For Ultramar. Oh god.
Sidonus, Leandros, respond.
Captain, the Inquisitor insisted you could not have survived.
Well, I did, and I have his precious power source.
We set a rendezvous in Hab Center Andris. These tunnels will spit us out there eventually.
Fine. Continue heading toward the Hab Center.
Where are we? In other words, the Inquisitors exist to root out bad actors by individual parties, not to go against whole groups. The High Lords of Terror are basically the Imperial government without the Emperor. Yeah. They're Inspector Generals serving to root out plots to their deepest ends, not engaging in faction warfare directly. So one of the things, if I remember rightly, one of the things about the Inquisitors is, like, there's different types of Inquisitors, is one thing, and some of them are more on sort of a puritanical bent than others, is one thing. And then others are, like, really masters of, like, manipulation and stuff like that, to the extent where you never really hear about them or know when they're pulling the strings, that kind of thing. So Everses, they're kept in stasis in a pod, hyped on stimulants, weapon experts. They also have a nuke in their chest if they need to be a bomb, otherwise they go back to stasis. Versus a hey, that thing, annihilate it. Like, sounds a bit Winter Soldier type thing. See, if Marvel and DC had better games libraries, I could have easily just have been switching the channel over to focus on their branch of digital games and content. Probably lucky for you that they don't. Don't know why, actually. They really should. Ammo. You love us some ammo. Ooh. Top chainsaw for... Oh, we haven't... Power axe. Give me a power axe. Yeah. What does power axe do? Chainsaw, pick up ammo. Yeah. Ammo is good. Yeah, I haven't encountered or heard of Versus before yet. Oh yeah. Versus take years to bring down cities or planets or problematic groups. God, I love the power axe. Get me one of these in Space Marine 2. Oh, it's so good. Oh. Brutal. Like, the verses are, especially bred and modified, like Space Marines, or the enhanced humans. How does that work? So Mr. decided to. I've never been into, nor can I seem to get into superhero comics-based franchises. Difference between lore and the actual rules of the game is highlighted by an old joke. Space Marines were encamped opposite orcs at night. When the call came out, one Space Marine can beat 10 orcs. So 10 orcs immediately charged over. After a while, the sounds of battle died down. We should wait for more. How do I get to that? Do I need to get to that, more importantly? Then the call came out again. One Space Marine can beat 100 orcs. 100 orcs, angry orcs rushed right over. After a longer fight, again came the call. One Space Marine can beat 1,000 orcs. Oh shit. Oh my god. Let's... Is that destructible? No. Yeah, didn't even know I could go down this way.
Time for battle is now.
Oh my god. Did we get him? We got him. Holy crap. Where are we? So, 1,000 furious orcs raged into battle, aiming for the silence to eventually return, except for the call. One Space Marine can beat 10,000 orcs. Getting there. I'll read this in full shortly. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so the difference between lore and the actual rules of the game is highlighted by an old joke. Space Marines were encamped opposite orcs at night when the call came out. 1 Space Marine can beat 10 orcs. So 10 orcs immediately charged over. After a while, the sounds of battle died down. Then the call came out again. 1 Space Marine can beat 100 orcs. So 100 angry orcs rushed right over. After a longer fight, again came the call. 1 Space Marine can beat 1,000 orcs. 1,000 furious orcs raged into battle, only for the silence to eventually return, except for the call. 1 Space Marine can beat 10,000 orcs. The outraged war boss finally had enough and sent his whole war over, and the fight raged throughout the rest of the night. At long last, 1 lone orc crawled back through the pre-dawn stillness and cried his last. Boss, it was an ambush. There was 2 of them. That's good. That I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, no! Wrong weapon. Holy, oh my god. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh. Are we making a headway here?
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Ultramarines chapter. Access granted.
Even here, the tech priests honor their machine god.
The Vulcan assault pattern melter gun fires a scorching plume of molecularly agitated heat at close range. This power comes at the expense of lower ammunition stores and a long recharge between shots. Right trigger to fire. Okay. Oh god, it's so good. Yeah. So good. That's a fairly accurate parody of how Space Marines are written in lore, but as for the actual rules of the game, well, you've seen for yourself with how many saves you've reloaded, how it really goes. Oh, yeah. It goes from power fantasy to unrelenting nightmare very quickly. There's obviously a few little Easter eggs kicking around. I feel like we've been roaming around in this maze for freaking ages. The where are we? I really like the axe. The axe is very cool. Oh, no. Send the melt gun. Right. Just on a heads up notice, we will obviously be streaming this still tomorrow. And I might have to wrap up after we finish this chapter just for today, because I've got to take a call by the looks of it. And then we'll see where we're at, and then if we need to, we'll throw in another stream next week. Hopefully I'll have the Pathfinders channel fully up and running by next week, I think, after, if we've got anything particular that we want to cover over there as well. Like, there's a few ideas in the works already, so we'll be getting that up and running. My plan long term for both channels is to be flexible with both of them, but then to at least get one stream on both channels per week, ideally, I think, depending on what there is to cover out there, and then depending what's particularly active at that any given moment, one will feature more streams than the other. So just to really give us some room to breathe on what we do and don't discuss. But yeah. Is there anything else in here that I need to do? No. So I was looking at things like revisiting the finals, Splitgate, Fragpunk, doing that kind of thing. The Altars is coming out on the 13th. We're actually going to be away this weekend for a few days, so I'm not sure how and when we might cover that. But yeah, the timings will sort of roughly stay the same, but I will always try and pre-schedule stuff as much as I can. So I hope that sounds okay.
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Access authorized.
Another purity seal. Did you know the melter gun was originally invented for the Imperial Guard as a lower cost... Oh, superior fury. Fury mode now drains fury significantly more slowly. Use this advantage to destroy the enemies of man. Okay. Excellent. Sorry. Mr. Charles, did you know the melter gun was originally invented for the Imperial Guard as a lower cost replacement for the plasma gun, so the latter could be saved for Space Marine usage? After the melter gun proved to be just as damaging but more reliable. No splash damage on self at close range, no chance of explosion, then it caught on with the Space Marines too. So the melter gun was deemed to be safer for the user than the plasma gun? Is that what I take about it? About what Maker was talking about Assassin's earlier, a fun tidbit is that paring down and combining traits from all the various types resulted in StarCraft's ghosts, according to rumors. Interesting. Interesting. Right. Shall we? I don't feel like I want to hold on to the melter gun until I absolutely need it, though.
Strike true!
Yes. Oh crap. Yeah, that was going to end badly. I will say that I don't really think I'd want to live anywhere else other than the Imperium in Warhammer 40k, because they're even worse for humans. And not just because an Inquisitor has joined the party. Yeah.
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Access authorized.
Right, we have Superior Fury, apparently. Which is meant to help us out. Didn't do a lot for us then. Oh, they sneak up on you, these little bomb squigs. Oh, what did I just do? Jesus. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, brutal. I've just noticed there's some times where it just, like it, I don't know if it lags her a little bit or what, but it definitely seizes up a bit.
Captain Titus.
Well met, brothers. Any idea of our position?
You should be nearing an access point to the surface. The air smells a bit cleaner.
I've had enough of tunnels. Let's get out of here and find the Inquisitor before the orcs do.
Don't want it to be taken out of context, but the Imperium does ostensibly exist specifically to preserve humanity. So it's pretty much a case of the worst option except for all the others. Yeah. Like I said, just nowhere. There's nowhere. I can't think of anywhere here that would be really fun for anyone, put it like that. That was very close.
More of them.
Ow.
Show them fury!
Like there's a few bits. You can't move because your battle brothers are blocking the way. They're preventing you from dodging out or something as well. Oh, the joys.
Away to the surface.
Remember I told you the other day that post-heresy Imperial plasma guns had a chance of exploding, at least until the introduction of Primaris Marines, whose edition I still haven't adapted to. Yeah, generally you have seen that the plasma guns are actually bloody dangerous to use. Alright, chapter 8, Whispers of the Dead. Okay. We are on to the next phase here. New objective, rendezvous with the Inquisitor. Right. What I'm going to do, I know it's not too bad. It's a little bit earlier than we'd normally finish up on the short stream. But, still. Do apologise. I've got to make a call and get some things sorted out. Alright, I will get a new stream scheduled up for tomorrow so we can continue and maybe finish this off tomorrow. Maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. If not, we'll definitely do it next week. But yeah, same time tomorrow. We'll crack on with this. I will be away for the rest of the weekend and then catching up some stuff beginning next week. But we should be all set to go for next week as well. So we should be good. But I just have to finish up a little bit earlier today. It's been pretty good. I don't know, like obviously I don't think this would hold up particularly well if you released it just as is today as a brand new launch, but for a remaster and revisiting a an older title, if you like I'm quite impressed with it. As a you can see where all the groundwork was first laid in place. There's even a few things where I wish they'd sort of adapted it and kept it for Space Marine 2, like the jetpack, but I don't know how you would balance that. that'd be quite tricky to do. But yeah, the 4K, the resolution update's good. All the texture packs, character redesigns all seem good. If anything, the only thing that I'm not convinced on is that the UI changes have necessarily been for the better. I don't know what it was like before, but it definitely feels a little bit clunky at times. And then there's some stuff, there's a little bit of jank, which I think is just part of the time when this game was first built, and it was still just a AA title then as well. It wasn't AAA by any means, but impressive. I like very much. We should continue the story of Dimitri and Titus and his squad mates tomorrow. The show, okay, I have plenty more stuff to say, but I'll be trying even more so to be on time tomorrow, so I'll save it for then, or perhaps comment at some point. All good. I appreciate it, as always. Right. Thank you to everybody who stopped by today to hang and chill and chat, as always. I apologise that we started on this a day later than we said, but if you hadn't gathered from my comments, I was a little bit annoyed with games industry publishers not really understanding that there's more than one time zone in the world. Didn't SM2 have an assault marine? Yeah, it does. It does. But you don't have the flexibility with the jetpack in Space Marine 2 that you do in this. You can't maneuver with it. You can trigger it and then sort of aim it, but you can't really maneuver with it. It doesn't have that same flexibility. But we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Thank you to everyone who stopped by today to hang, chill and chat as always. Appreciate it very much. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Stay frosty, be very good to each other. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers for now.